Let's look at a free play in the Big Ten this Saturday. College football, Fox National TV, noon Eastern. Michigan Wolverines, perhaps the most anti-public play I've seen in my 29 years as a professional football handicapper, was last Saturday. Everybody, their brother and sister, and then some were on USC. In fact, I did a standalone video like this here on Wager Talk TV. I also had it in my top 25 college football video. And I mentioned that I don't do a lot with college consensus, but everybody was on USC. And boy, did the comments reflect that. I've never seen so many one-sided comments because, by the way, I read the comments and I do reply back. I love the interaction. Everybody loved USC, but my proprietary database simulation had Michigan winning outright by 3. Oh, guess what? Michigan won outright by 3. So what do we do with Michigan now? They go from being a home dog to a 9-point home favorite. Minnesota, meanwhile, did not look good against Iowa last week. I mentioned the under in that game on a free play video. That obviously did not work out because I did not think Iowa was capable of scoring 31 points, but they did. So not a good sign for the Minnesota defense. But I am going to look at the total again here because Michigan definitely could come back down to earth. And I still don't trust this Michigan offense to win by margin. Keep in mind, they only had 12 first downs in that game against USC. 27 points on 12 first downs. It was all rushing offense, as we thought it would be. The catalyst last week was the quarterback change. They went away from Allen, who had started the first 3 games, had 6 interceptions, only 2 touchdowns. But Orji, I think it's Orji is how you pronounce it, put him at quarterback. He's a running quarterback, and he did what he was supposed to. He didn't throw picks, and they ran the ball extremely well against what I thought was still a suspect USC defense. That was the other thing cracking me up last week, was that everybody in the comments was like, this USC defense is different this year. Yeah, well, we got to see that first. I'm not a believer still. And they did have great success on the ground, 290 rushing yards. Michigan only threw the ball 12 times for 32 total yards. Now, Minnesota did struggle to stop the Iowa run attack, but they had been okay in the weeks before that. In fact, the previous 2 games, they gave up 18 and 58 total rushing yards. So I still think this is a solid Minnesota D. They held North Carolina to just 19 points in the season opener. 2 teams that can play some defense, 2 teams that are not a real threat, I think, offensively, especially Michigan, who's going to ground and pound. And when they have the lead, they will continue to ground and pound. Let's take a look at the under. Now, it did open as high as 40. Heavy sharp money early this week has smashed it down to 36. Would have liked 37 or higher, but I still think under is the play even at 36. Some light rain in the forecast. Maybe that's why it dropped a bit. I don't think it's going to be an issue, though. Hopefully this goes back to 37. So I do like the under. Wait here during the week, though. See if maybe we can get a buy back to 37 or higher. But I would take a look at Michigan, Minnesota under the total. I think this will be a low-scoring rushing game in college football on Saturday at noon Eastern on Fox. Don't forget, 10-4 the last 2 weeks. I was 5-2. 5-2. That's consistency at its best. 10-4 the last couple weeks in football best bets, but don't sleep on baseball. As of time of recording this, 30-9 baseball run, and there's still over a month left. And get a great special right now. You don't have to decide between baseball, football, or basketball. I'm number 1 the last 3 years in NBA profit as well. That starts in a month. Get the 3 months, 4th month free right now. Buy 3 months, get a 4th month free at wagertalk.com. No promo code needed. It's available right now. Works out to just over $3 a play all the way into next year. Right now, Steve Merrill, wagertalk.com. Get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM.